Good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Home Gardening Forero. Today, we are going to be getting ready these pots here. We are going to be studying some seeds, some squash, watermelon, and cucumbers. We were going to use these little cups that we have been using, but they grow pretty fast, and we are going to be removing the turnips and the peas that are there in about 2 weeks. And so we need these bigger pots so that the roots have enough room to grow in them for the next 2 weeks. We're not going to use the cells either. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these two together in this container and then get them ready so that we can then start putting the seeds. So I'm going to get myself together, get everything that I need so I can start working. Okay, now that this is all ready, you want again to be able to squeeze and still have the maintaining its shape. That means that this is ready to go. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to wait a little bit for this to dry a bit, because we have learned that when we have put the mix in here, even if we compact them, there's still some air gaps, air pockets in here, and it creates a little bit of a difficulty for the roots. And what we're going to do then is wait for that to dry a little bit and then put them in here and then compact them so that the entire pot itself is it's filled and there's no air pockets in them. So I'm going to wait for that a little bit and there start filling them up. In the meantime, I'm going to go to Walmart and get bigger cups like this one here, but 18 ounces instead, because we need them to be bigger. I don't have enough of these ones for the amount of watermelons and cucumbers and squash that we want to do. So I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, go to Walmart, and then resume the work. Okay, just came back from Walmart. I have 20 right there. I'm going to drill the holes at the bottom of them for drainage. I'm going to add the soil in there and then wait for Sonia to come home so that she can put the seeds in it. Since we are doing 25 of these cups, they already have the holes on them. We were going to put them on a tray. This one, we were going to use this tray, but all 25 or 20 of them will not fit in here. Went to Walmart, I'm sorry, and I bought these cups, and these ones don't have any holes on them, as you can see. And what we're going to do is that we're going to add water to this one and then put this ones, the ones with the holes with the plant, in here, and we're going to add water. And once the plant sits in this cup here, we have this much clearance right here up to here, which is about 1/4 of an inch room all the way up to here. So we can add water to this cup and then keep them like that, keep them moist, instead of buying a whole new sheet, cooking sheet, and then use that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think this dirt, it's already dry enough. I'm going to start filling these ones up and then put them inside these cups, and when Sonia comes, we will put the seeds in all of this. So I'm gonna get going on that. There is very little left in there, but all 20 of them, they're ready to go. The first ones we're going to do is the cucumber. This is called the slicer. The second one is called the sumpter. We're going to do 4 of those. Then we're going to move to the squash, and then we're going to do the other squash that is called the Sure Thing Hybrid. Then we're going to move into the watermelons, and then finally we're going to do the cantaloupe. But instead of doing 4 seeds per cup, we are only going to do 3, because we don't want to be thinning out when the plants starts to grow and get bigger in the cups. For these cucumbers, the slicer has a 55 days to harvest. You can see it on the top right, and 7 to 14 days to germinate, which is pretty good. Now, if we move to the other one, which is called the sumpter, that one has a 50 days to harvest and 8 to 10 days to germinate. Now into the squash, the zucchini has a 57 days to harvest and 10 to 14 days to germinate. Now for the squash here, has a 48 days to harvest and 10 to 14 days to germinate. Both of the watermelons have 80 days to harvest and 7 to 10 days to germinate. Now the cantaloupe has 80 to 85 days to harvest and 7 to 10 days to germinate. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to close all of these holes that we did for the seeds. We're going to use the dirt that was left in the bucket to just slightly tap them, and then we're going to water them, and then we're going to put them in the grow light, and then we're going to put them there in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you guys for joining us on this video, and we will see you guys on our next video.